What's your boy Vaughn, the reaction? In today's video, we have the Bucks Nets 2021 Game 7 overtime thriller deserves a deep rewind. Oh my gosh, bro. Kevin Durant, my nigga. Your fucking foot, gang. Oh my gosh. Your goddamn foot. Let's get into this. By Secret Base. She fashion killers.
It's June 19th, 2021. We're in Brooklyn for Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals between the hometown Nets and Milwaukee Bucks. Down 2 points with the clock nearly hitting triple zeros in overtime, Brooklyn looks ready to finish this. Forget double OT, they're going for the kill to punch their ticket to the conference finals. But before we see what comes next, my heart, the hearts of everyone in the crowd and those watching at home have to be racing from what we witnessed earlier. Okay, I'm out of breath. So to remember why we're still playing and what it means for everyone here, we need to rewind. Hello, it's still me, just here to tell you about why you need to subscribe to Secret Base on Patreon. Game 7. Some of the most beautiful words spoken in basketball. This one is especially unique as it's the first do-or-die game in 15 years to reach overtime. It's rare. And I promise you, I'm not being dramatic when I say an inch changed the entire course of this game and why we find ourselves here. Let's meet the man attached to that big-ass foot. Kevin Durant is one of the NBA's most unusual superstars in the sense that he still seems to be searching for a place to call home. After bursting on the scene,
Y'all think they ain't gonna leave Houston? Like, yeah, Houston nigga was they fucking primary scorer, they best scorer. Fucking Amin Thompson can't shoot. Sengun inconsistent as hell. Jabari Smith, like him and fucking Reed Shepard was the best scoring options.
Of signing Nike's second largest rookie endorsement deal, he won Rookie of the Year with the Seattle Supersonics, then moved with the franchise to Oklahoma City, where he continued to pile up a Hall of Fame resume. All of this before turning 28. Only thing missing was a ring. So he shocked the NBA by signing with the Golden State Warriors in free agency, the same team that just beaten OKC in the 2016 conference finals. Critics called the move cowardly and didn't back off, even as his resume got thicker. But from a pure hoops perspective, you couldn't.
I was tired of being second pick in the draft, second in the NBA finals.
Knock his game. Dude was a bucket from anywhere on the floor, even though he did look a little bit goofy at times, constantly slipping out of his shoes. Like, a lot. When questioned about it, KD admitted he rocked a full shoe size bigger than he normally would while hooping because he simply felt more comfy. Like house shoes you slip on and off around the crib. Sounds a bit counterintuitive to me on a court, but what the hell do I know? Did you see his resume? Anyway, Durant and the Dubs chased a three-peat in 2019 until a calf injury turned into a torn Achilles in Game 5 of the finals. Durant was set to miss an entire season, but with that type of firepower, the Warriors would surely get back to prominence when he returned. Amidst feeling like an outsider in Golden State and other concerns, KD actually bolted from the Bay and signed with Brooklyn in search of a fresh chapter of his career. KD missed his debut season in Brooklyn, but after working out some kinks in his return, it looked like he'd found his home. The Nets cruised in the first round against the Boston Celtics with Durant putting up absurd numbers, and this series against the Bucks was no different. With the series tied in Game 5, Mans went off for an unprecedented 49-point playoff triple-double and a massive comeback win. Crazy enough, he might have been even more filthy in this game
with that PJs of Tucker
because of the stakes. Durant was surgical on the floor, knocking down what seemed like every type of shot throughout the game and pushed the Bucks late into the final quarter. He even forced a turnover in the final seconds, giving Brooklyn the chance to tie or win outright. On their following possession, Durant caught a deep inbounds pass near the other sideline, drove hard to his left, gathered near the top of the key and drained a nasty turnaround jumper. Game! The crowd went nuts. Brooklyn was just a second away from going to the conference finals. Wait. Why is everyone crowded around? Shit. On second look, KD's toe was on the line. A toe that's more than likely pushed to the front of a shoe that's one size bigger than it actually needs to be. That's the face of agony. We're headed to OT. Durant struggled a bit in overtime, but it's no surprise his team looked to him here. He's done it all, playing every single second, flirting with a 50 ball, and another clutch shot here could be an early defining chapter in his new home.
Bro, why you ain't wear the right? Like, why you have to wear a size bigger? Like, wear your right size.
A home where he was supposed to have superstar roommates. Durant's desire for new beginnings when joining Brooklyn is an inspiration to believe in oneself, but it also helps when you plot on that new journey with a championship-winning point guard. Journalists expected Durant and Kyrie Irving to be a dangerous duo for a franchise reeling after striking out on previous big free agent signings, but the Nets appeared to get even more powerful as they landed former MVP James Harden in a 2021 blockbuster trade. They became unquestioned
That
favorites.
shit make me want to play a old 2K or put these niggas back and put these niggas on a team, put them in a prime and play with them and win them a championship.
To win the title overnight. On paper, the trio formed arguably one of the most deadliest big threes in the era of superstars teaming up, but basketball isn't played on paper. If it was, maybe these guys' bodies would have held up better as the three managed to play a total of 8 games together throughout the regular season due to injuries and other absences. They did
Damn, only 8 games?
hit the postseason in full strength, primed to make a deep run, and after the trio handled Boston with ease, the same was expected against Milwaukee. However, the injury bug took another bite early. Harden left game 1 after less than a minute with a hamstring injury, but KD and Kyrie were able to hold it down.
Fucking hell. I don't, man, bro, you could play on that shit. I don't want to hear all that. Like,
Breezing through the first 2 games. The Bucks got their lick back in games 3 and 4, and to make matters worse, the Nets were set to be without Kyrie for the remainder of the series. Harden ultimately did return in game 5, but clearly wasn't himself in the series, severely inefficient from the field, leaving Durant
dang, he been like this. Nigga been like this in the playoffs. He just did it now against the Knicks.
to carry the team on his back. It's not just that KD has been phenomenal, he's had to. Otherwise, Brooklyn would have long since been gone. And right here, as the lone healthy superstar remaining of the bunch, Durant has a chance to send the Nets to their first conference finals appearance since 2003. On the flip side, it's not as if Milwaukee has historically been a dominant force in the conference.
Yeah, if Kyrie played, it would have been game over. He had all Kevin Durant and Kyrie, it would have been over. James Harden don't do shit. Yeah.
But the team found itself here built a completely different way, with some fresh key additions that could help put them over the top. While the Nets chased superstars, Milwaukee built around homegrown pieces. It didn't immediately appear to be the case, but starting in 2013, Giannis Antetokounmpo and Chris Middleton would lead the charge. Giannis, a 2013 mid-first round pick, developed year after year and fully ascended to god-tier status, winning MVP during the 2018-19 season. Middleton joined Milwaukee via trade in 2013 after spending a season with Detroit, and like Giannis, continually improved his game, becoming a reliable second option and an all-star alongside the Greek Freak. The 2018-19 season presented a shift for the franchise as a whole. The org brought in former Coach of the Year Mike Budenholzer and leaned on a defense-first approach as they marched to their first conference finals in nearly 2 decades. Then decided to play their absolute worst ball of the season, but let's focus on the positives here. This was the beginning of a new era of Bucks ball. Okay, so a step back really isn't the greatest thing when starting something new. After a COVID-shortened season ended in disappointment, Milwaukee moved decisively to keep Giannis happy by upgrading their roster, trading.
Bitch, I hit the damn pause button a bit unpaused by itself. Is we finally gonna see Giannis lead this damn Milwaukee Bucks?
For Drew Holiday in a massive deal that sent Eric Bledsoe to the New Orleans Pelicans. Milwaukee had built this identity around defense, with Bledsoe playing a pivotal role in hounding opposing backcourts, but the franchise couldn't rely on him offensively, especially as he sputtered in the postseason. Holiday provided consistent shooting that the team needed around Giannis and didn't sacrifice defense, as he was widely regarded as one of the league's best two-way guards. I mean, if you have an offensive assassin like KD singing
Drew Holiday, a top 5 role player of all time,
your praises, then you gotta be doing something right. The move signaled that Milwaukee was pushing all its chips to the table for a championship run, but initially, the transition wasn't smooth, as Holiday missed games due to COVID protocols and struggled to find chemistry with the team. However, post All-Star break, Holiday found his footing, and Milwaukee felt confident inking him to a long-term extension. Holiday's defensive mastery was off the charts, allowing Budenholzer to experiment with different sets as his guard frequently roamed positions 1 through 4. Like, it's not normal for someone his size to be locking up the game's most stout figures on a nightly basis.
Yeah.
The franchise felt they were still evolving with Holiday, and signing him up for the future turned Milwaukee's core into a true big three, adding both a playmaking threat and perimeter defender the team lacked in the postseason. After skating past the Miami Heat in the first round, Holiday helped steady Milwaukee in a rocky series against Brooklyn, providing a crafty go-ahead layup in Game 3, avoiding falling into a hole that no NBA team has ever recovered from. With their backs against the ropes in Game 6 at home, Holiday joined his fellow Big Three brethren in pouring in 21 points to keep their season alive in a pivotal contest. It's the type of contributions that show why acquiring Holiday could be a decisive move in Milwaukee, going from a contender to a legitimate title threat as they entered a crucial Game 7. The Bucks very well may not have reached this win-or-go-home scenario without Drew, but this specific matchup was a
Look at Jeff Teague. Look at Jeff Teague.
have reached this win-or-go-home scenario without Drew, but this specific matchup was a battle of the
This one of my pet peeves. I'm sorry, Katie. This fucking knotted up taco meat here. Comb your shit or go bald. I can't like goddamn BBs. That's what we call them in the hood. BBs.
top dogs as Giannis went band for band with KD. The two-time MVP buried through driving lanes, finished at the rim with contact, and knocked down outside shots despite Brooklyn daring him to shoot. He carried the Bucks through 3 quarters, but in the 4th, Drew and Chris joined him to withstand KD's tear. Then, this happened. Giannis had a chance to win it at the buzzer, but that's not gonna get it done. Off to OT. After the Nets opened up overtime with a basket, both teams were scoreless for more
What it is? That's Bruce Brown.
than 3 minutes before Giannis tied it with a clean hook shot over Durant. Brooklyn failed to answer back, and with under a minute left, Middleton worked the ball from the top of the key and hit a clutch turnaround jumper to give Milwaukee the lead. After missed shots on both ends, that brings us here. Durant has been amazing in this game, and another clutch shot would not only help his team advance, but would solidify a new chapter of his career. It's been a journey that saw him bounce from OKC to join an already powerful Golden State team, and a scheme to build another super squad with Kyrie in Brooklyn, but he's proved he could do it alone this postseason. KD's been cooking everybody, but right now, he has to get past the guy he described as the best defensive guard in the game. A dude that Milwaukee mortgaged their future on and viewed as the final piece to get them the championship glory. Drew shook off a relatively poor outing to turn in a strong 4th quarter when they needed him most, but getting a stop here is the most important thing for his squad to move on. With a chance to advance to the conference finals, it all comes down to this. Welcome to a moment in history.
Durant for 3 comes up with an air ball with 0.3 of a second remaining.
Well, Brooklyn Nets fans, boy, I know this was the time of y'all life for y'all, my nigga. This was the best y'all was in it. Y'all ain't gonna be this good in a while, my nigga. Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, y'all ain't gonna be that good for a long time.